Get bent, kids. See, if you ever see... Whoa. Not... Come on, man.
Hi, I'm Star Williams.
And I'm Dylan Ferguson. And welcome to the Business Partners Podcast. You know what's funny? What? I feel like we've almost come back full circle to episode 3, or at least I have, because I almost became, by accident, an insurance salesman this week.
So, did you hand in a resume?
So here is how it happens. I stopped at a restaurant and I was like, okay, this place is close to me. I will drop one off here. And there's a guy talking to the kitchen, and he walks up to me and greets me, and I'm like, oh, this guy's probably the owner, right? So he reads my resume, and I'm just like, and he's just like, oh, you're going into acting. You got balls, kid. And I was just like, some see it that way. And then fast forward to Monday, 2 p.m. on the dot. And I get a call, and I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be like a scam call or something. And it's just like, hello, Dylan, this is blank. You gave me your resume last week. And then he keeps talking a little bit, and then he mentions the company, and I'm like, well, that's not where I handed off my my resume to. So I'm looking it up, and I'm just like, oh, this is an insurance company. And he's talking to me about the upcoming career night. And I tried to blow it off as subtly and nicely as possible. I was just like, ooh, I don't think I'm going to be available for the next little bit. Yeah. So I almost became an insurance salesman. Yeah. I mean,
Is his name Ted?
it was not, but I'm only a business partner in name.
And Nemo. Yeah, that's what was confusing. He saw it on your resume. Business partners. Wow, this guy must be really...
Yeah, exactly. This guy must know his way about business.
Yeah.
I don't. I know diddly squat about business.
You know Jeremy Clarkson?
I feel like there's a joke here that I'm not picking up.
Yeah, it's about diddly squat. You see, Jeremy Clarkson, very famous guy in the car community. Anyway...
Wait a minute, hold on. Top Gear?
Yes.
Okay.
But, so he owns a farm, right? And it used to be farmed by a guy. Now he farms it himself. Anyway,
Okay.
he owns the farm, and he called it the Diddly Squat Farm.
Oh, okay then, okay. I was just like famous in the car community, and I had like an inkling of a recognition of the name, and I was just like, wait a minute, I'm going to see if I can put these together.
And on that bombshell...
Yeah. I've only seen clips, but fuck, I'm not much of a car guy, but I would fucking love to watch Top Gear, just because of how, like...
Watch Top Gear with those three, and then watch the Grand Tour, because after Jeremy gets fired, Top Gear is no good.
Yeah, okay.
Although I kind of want to make my own kind of Top Gear thing, just...
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd watch that.
Like, you'd be a part of it, my man. There are people, like, prior to Top Gear, people like James May wasn't a car guy.
Oh, okay.
And he was one of the hosts, so he kind of became a car guy.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably. Maybe I'll do that. Like, I think that would be a fun thing to do. I'll be like a hit in Britain, you know? I can't wait for that.
Instead of being big in Japan, you were big in Britain.
Exactly. I forgot that existed, man. Like, it was a song, I think? I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. You tell me.
I think it was a song, but I can't remember by who and when it came out. I want to say like early 2010s or some shit. But
Big in Japan? Are you kidding me?
Well, I remember there was like this one song that was incredibly agitating, named Big in Japan. And it came out like, I don't remember when it came out, but I remember hearing it in my earlier days, of course, me being the elderly gentleman that I am.
Yeah. Well, big in Japan. I think it came out in like the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Congratulations.
wow. I need I need to watch more old movies and stuff, you know? Like,
Should be more of a diehard fan.
now I've seen 1 through 3. Have I seen the 4th? I don't know if I've seen the 4th, but yeah. Like, in fact, just yesterday was the first time I ever watched the first Mission Impossible because it's my dad's birthday within the coming week, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go see the new one in theaters." I was just like, "Okay,
Did you know that the first Mission Impossible isn't actually the first Mission Impossible?
is it not?"
No, you see, it's a TV show from the 70s called Mission Impossible, and it had like 4 seasons, I think.
Huh?
And Leonard Nimoy starred in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? I did not know that. I feel like I need to expand my knowledge. Yeah, because there's some things where it's just like, oh, I understand this reference. 90% of the time, I don't know the reference. And I need to fix that, you know?
Yeah, I've had that. I had a hard time during both game development and performing arts, because in game development, people were like naming off these games I'd never heard of, and I was like, I don't feel like a gamer anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I come here to performing arts, and I'm like, there's a lot of shows and movies I haven't heard of. I don't feel like an actor anymore.
I mean, for me, it wasn't that it's just like, oh, I don't feel like an actor. It's just like, what the fuck did I do with my childhood?
Wasted.
Yeah, dude, I wasted my childhood, man. Like, I don't know. A lot of my childhood to me is just like, it just happened. I don't remember a lot of it, but I was just like, okay, that happened. Cool.
Lex.
Yeah. I had a lot of funny instances in my childhood. I've only ever been to the hospital once. And that was because when I was like a kid or something, I think I put my hand right onto my gas fire station. Sorry, my gas
Fireplace?
fireplace. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? I have a fire station at my house. Did you know that? Yeah. My parents, the cops, have a fire station. Yeah, but I put my hand on the fireplace. God, I'm fucking stupid. And then, yeah. Then one time I legit, like, knocked over our tree. I think I clung onto our tree. I just pulled it down. That was funny.
Nice. One particular hospital trip that I can remember, but I don't remember if there were any other ones. So I was in like, I want to say grade 3 or grade 4.
Okay.
I was on the bus going home.
Okay.
And anyway, it was winter. So you can imagine that the floors were very slippy. So I go to readjust myself using the seat, and my boots slip. And then, because I was small at the time, the back of my head, do you know the little tiny bit of metal that connects the frame of the bus?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I hit my head on that.
Ooh.
And it cut open. So,
Oh, that's...
yeah, I was wearing a senator's beanie at the time. So, like, people saw a wet spot on my beanie.
It was more than a wet spot.
Yeah. I feel it. I'm like, oh, well, it's just wet. Take off my hat to see what's going on.
What? It's just like, oh my God, there's brain in my hands. It's like that one episode of Family Guy, one of the worst episodes of Family Guy. You know, the one where like Stew's like brain, he's just exposed, and they're just trying to figure out ways to mask it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips on TikTok. I've never watched the episode.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, new Family Guy, like I haven't watched Family Guy since like season 18, I think, because what I hate about most modern TV shows is how they pander to like sorts of entertainment nowadays. Like, it's just, there's so many shit jokes nowadays where it's just like, okay, I feel old because there's so many, shut up. I know what you're going to say. Yeah, but there's so many trends nowadays where it's just like, I don't understand this. And there's so many slang terms that I don't understand, you know? What's up, y'all? Now that I can understand. But like, have you ever been hit by a wet spaghetti? What I was going to say, have you ever tried to comprehend Toronto slang?
Well, I was there recently, but I didn't hear any slang while I was there, so...
Dude, Toronto slang is the most goofy shit imaginable.
Can you give me some examples?
It's just a lot of stuff like, wagwan, shorty. I say that now, and suddenly I want to, like, stick, like, a fork in my eye.
Okay, no, now I remember hearing that one, but only because now I live in the country, right? So any bit of slang that gets into the school gets used by everyone.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll disappear after about a month or two. But still, it was like, so, and even during high school, there's a lot of slang that I use today that I didn't get then, but I use it now because I get it.
Yeah.
Like saying things like fire. Like, a particular individual in high school came up to me and said, "Yo, bro, your hair is fire." And I was like, well, it's red and green, so I don't see how it looks like fire.
Maybe he's just colorblind and like the green is something else, you know?
Yeah, maybe, but still, I was very confused.
I mean, like, fire is one of the, like, less, you know? It's one of the more, like, oh, that makes sense, you know? Not to shit on you not comprehending it, of course. But, like...
But yeah, wagwan is already...
Yeah, because from what I know is that there's a lot of influence in Toronto slang from, like, Jamaica, unless I'm mistaken.
Well, I'd say definitely Scarborough has Jamaican influence because...
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've heard Informa.
Yep. Man. Good song.
Yeah. And the man's from Scarborough, so...
Yeah, dude.
As Don Cherry would say, good lad from Scarborough.
Wonder what happened to Don Cherry, man.
He got canceled.
I know. Like, I wonder...
He has his own podcast on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, it's called The Grapevine.
I did not know that. I'll have to check it out, you know? I hope it's not...
I've missed... I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of hockey ever since. But only because I really enjoyed seeing what suit he had on. And, because, like, Don Cherry, you see his suits. Can't you see me wearing that stuff in the future?
100%. Like, sometimes, like, I think you're just a walking advertisement for the Barbie movie. Just because of how much, like, I remember seeing the pink suit, and I was just like, buddy, if there was someone casting here for that, they would just look at you and be like, our prayers have been answered.
Well, here's the thing, right, is that they had Simu Liu, they had Michael Cera, and they had Ryan Gosling in that movie.
I don't remember being in that movie.
3 Canadians.
Dude, Canadians. Yeah, dude, like, I feel like, and I remember seeing a clip on eTalk's Instagram, and usually I don't really care for, like, any of that celebrity news bullshit. But I remember seeing, like, them talking to Simu Liu and Ryan Gosling, and they're just like, what does it feel like to have for the best Kens to be from Canada. And then they were talking about how much Kenergy there is in Canada. I'm just like, I made it. I made it. I am finally wholly Ken, even though I wasn't even close and still am not close. But I'm a little quirky.
You're hipster 2020s surfer Ken.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm like grunge Ken.
You're Dave Grohl Ken.
Dude, that's too much of a compliment, bro. I wish I was Dave Grohl Ken.
Speaking of music, I'm going to quickly write down some lyrics that I thought of earlier for a song. So I'm going to...
How is your music coming along?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I'll show you what I came up with for Thing or Two.
Ah, okay.
You know, demonstrated for you a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Yeah.
A new sneak peek? Wow. The fans are really getting something today. I always have, like, notes on, like, for the pod. Like, I just have a thing in my note section on just, like, stuff for the podcast.
Yeah?
And I'm just like, okay, what can I do today to be silly goofy, you know?
Nice.
And I was intrigued by one thing you brought up whenever we were talking earlier. What fruit do you think is the best?
Okay. Now, might be a bit controversial. Bananas.
Bananas. Why is it bananas?
Well, to tell you the truth, bananas can go with any other fruit. They always mix well. You ever had a smoothie that doesn't have banana in it?
You bring up a fair point.
And also, if you really want to off yourself,
Stick it up your ass?
no.
Put it on an album cover like the Velvet Underground?
Let me rephrase that. If you ever want to unalive yourself, bananas are radioactive.
Shut the fuck up. No.
So if you eat like, what is it, like 1 million bananas, you can die of radiation poisoning.
For real?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's the potassium in the banana that's radioactive.
Dude. Oh my god.
We're going Oppenheimer at this. And that's another thing. If you're in a pinch and you need a nuclear reactor, get some bananas.
So if I buy 1 million bananas,
Yes.
I can make a weapon of disruption.
I declare war on the nation of Dylan for having weapons of mass destruction.
What the hell? It's like, oh man, dude, don't declare war on me, man. And I was gonna say, like, and also banana peels, you know, you throw it on the ground, you could slip on it.
Yeah.
And that's funny. Like, for me, I'm thinking,
I just had a funny idea. Here's what you could do. You could take all the bananas out, put the banana peels in the blender, and sell that as the banana smoothie.
that's genius. Dude, that's actually fucking smart. I mean,
I know, I'm a genius.
exact. You see? What's this say? Fools seldom differ.
I've never heard that saying.
Well, you've heard it now, so, yeah. But for me, what I'm thinking is, originally, my idea for what the best fruit is, which is the best fruit to throw at somebody?
Oh,
You see,
tomatoes.
tomato, that is a good one. That is a good one. I'll just, I'll have to make sure they're rotten tomatoes, of course, and then I can bring new meaning, of course, well, the original meaning of rotten tomatoes. But for me, what I would love to do is full Plants vs. Zombie style, set up like a catapult with just a fuckload of watermelons on my roof, and just like catapult them at unexpecting strangers. Like, wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
careful. You're gonna get the melanoma.
You're right. You're right. Fuck, man. There goes my plan.
Although, if you're struggling for ideas, you can at least use your melon.
I could. Well, there's a lot of uses you could use for a watermelon, you know?
Whose boots are those?
I have no idea. But anyway, here's a thought. So, you make some hot dogs, right? Well, but what do you do with the water? What do you do with the water to boil them? I'll give you a use for that. Pour it into a water gun.
Okay.
Shoot it at random kids.
Hot dog water?
Shoot hot dog water at kids.
I feel like we've said this before, or am I just having deja vu?
I don't know, but I'm just saying,
because I remember telling the story about being in Toronto and at Wahlburgers and having dirty water hot dog.
Oh, yes. But I'm just saying, like, if I've said it before, I'm reinforcing it. Nothing says fun like shooting hot dog water at kids. They'll smell like hot dogs, and they'll be all like, ew,
like the wieners they are.
Yes, exactly. Like, dude, get bent, kids. See, if you ever see, come on, man. I was just saying, like, if you ever see me with a water gun, run for your life. It's going to have something gross in it. It's not going to be regular water. That ain't your grandpa's water. It could be someone's UV water. Hear me out. Okay. What if I get someone's UV, put it in a water gun, and just shoot it at people? UV. Like their UV bag. Sorry, their IV bag.
I was going to say, do you mean intravenous, not ultraviolet?
Well, dude, imagine they're like the IV bags were just like, it was just like, oh, no, the lights turned off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Damn it. There we go. All I had to do was move around. That's all. I didn't even have to flick the switch. See, it's because I'm psychic.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Exactly. Like, what are you thinking of right now? No, don't tell me. You're thinking, damn, that Dylan guy is really cool.
Wrong.
Fuck. What were you thinking?
I was swearing in my, thing, so...
You!
No, I swear in my head a lot. It's how I get around this whole thing.
Yeah, fair. I mean... I've trust me, I vomit swear words,
Yeah.
Like, I like, this podcast ain't for kids, bro.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I mean, which is why they won't get that warning about the squirt guns.
Exactly. Because I would love to I think that would be the funniest thing ever, is just me with just like, ooh, what would be a good song to play while shooting kids with hot dog water?
Pumped Up Kicks?
No, that's too meta. Barracuda by Heart. That would be great.
Barracuda! I mean, your walk already kind of matches it, right?
Of course it does. Because my walk just matches everything for some reason.
You have a universal, like, here's the thing, right? When you're normally walking, no music, it's not intimidating at all. But if you were to add the music and, like, just the way your face is while you're walking,
yeah,
pretty intimidating.
Huh. I can be like the next big action star. Think about that.
Yeah.
Like,
if you could be the milkman.
I am the milkman, of course. Like, dude, that would be I still really want that to happen. Like, I don't know. If I ever meet Jason Statham, I'm gonna tell him about this idea. Will I probably be given a restraining order? Yes.
Right. Okay. So, what's your idea, son?
So, hear me out. I'm gonna pour milk on a hotel.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
That's an awesome idea, man.
See, thank you, Jason Statham. Like,
Oh, be sure to watch The Expendables 4.
I will watch The Expendables 4. 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
What?
See, oh, man,
Don't do that.
oh, man.
No. No.
Oh, man.
All the hockey dudes at my school did that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm like pseudo hockey, dude. Like,
You like hockey, you just don't play it.
I was a house league sniper, man. Like, dude,
Sniper, I hardly know her.
exactly. Like, well, I mean,
Sorry, we hadn't had one this entire episode.
no, that's totally fine. But I'm just saying, like if I hardly know her, that makes it a little easier, you know?
That is true. As a hitman, I do know that it's easier to not know your target.
Exactly, yeah. Like, what if you were tasked to kill someone you know? Like, you would feel bad about it, of course. Unless you hated them.
Money's money.
Exactly. Like, I ain't gay, but $20 is $20. I ain't a murderer, but $20 is $20. This is going to incriminate us.
Is it? I have the power to delete any video.
You have a point. You have a point.
We can talk about literally any crime on here, and there will be no evidence in the future.
It's literally just off the record, you know?
Yep.
Man. You know what I'd love to do?
Excuse me.
Not that. What I would love to do, and I'm not sure if we've talked about this on the podcast, and stop me if I've said this before, but I would love to go into a church confession booth and confess the most vile, heinous shit imaginable. Because here's the thing, because obviously it's the vow is that you can't, it's in complete anonymity. And so I would love to just test the priest to see, like, okay, are you a good priest or a good person? Now, have I done any of this stuff? No, but I think it's funny that this person thinks.
Listen. We know that most priests have done some heinous things themselves.
Oh, absolute.
So, if you admit to doing the same thing, by religious bond, he has to forgive you.
Exactly, yeah. Like, dude, whenever in the tornado, like last year, like I had to shower at the church because in my neighborhood, it's.
Did it burn as it was coming out?
No, but my dad kept calling it a secret baptism, and I was just like, don't put that thought into my head. And the one thing I was thinking is, thank God I'm 18, or else who knows what would have happened.
Thank God.
God damn it.
Oh, God damn it. No! See, it was a secret baptism. He was raped.
Damn you. Oh, man. I'm secret. Yeah, that's right. I'm Christian now.
Oh, you just got us canceled, Mike. Good job, man. All the stupid things we've said and you said, I'm Christian, and now we're canceled.
Well, no, that's my name now. My name is Christian.
Christian Bale?
Dude. Trying to think of it. I can't do a good Christian Bale. It's mostly because I can't do a good British accent, but
it's a shame that we never got into dialects or accents. But
I wish we could have. That would have been great, and it would have been very helpful, of course. Like,
especially for a voice actor such as yourself.
Exactly. But what I'd love to do is just watch, like, it's like literally all you have to do to develop an accent is like expose yourself to media or that sort of, it's just like, say I want to learn like a French accent, just watch stuff in French.
But of course.
Hey, fine. Je peux parler le français déjà.
Je ne pas parler français, mais je comprends un peu de français.
Yeah, that's right. So at least you have a gist of what I'm saying.
Exactly. The gist.
Okay, Sean Connery.
Well, you said gist first.
You know what I found out the other day? And you're going to get a kick out of this. And it's going to kill me on the inside because of what will happen after.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, I was on Instagram and I see this ad.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Japanese ad with who else but Ringo starred. And because apparently Apple in Japanese is Ringo. So it was an ad for apples with Ringo Starr.
Well,
I knew he would do that. You're too fucking predictable. And they were just like, the girls were just like, Ringo Starr, and he points to himself. He's just like, Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
And they're just like, no, Ringo Starr. And then it's just like a bunch of apples or some shit like that. And I was just like,
apples to apples. Ringos to Ringos.
My God. Are you going to turn it to like Japanese Ringo Starr? I think that would be funny. Like,
Nani? He explodes. Welcome to the Japanese business partners.
Man, this is just like one of my Japanese anime. I love just pissing people off by saying that. Like, man, the funny thing is that in the most stereotypical way ever, me and a bunch of my buddies are like, hey, let's go to Japan one time. It's just like, that would be fun. But then I remember a problem. I have tattoos, and they don't like that in Japan.
PewDiePie has tattoos.
Yeah.
He lives in Japan.
Yeah, but you know what they identify tattoos with in Japan?
What?
The Yakuza.
Okay.
And I don't want to be seen as a Yakuza guy, so...
Why? Those games are great.
The games are great. Yeah, dude, I'm part way through Zero, but like, I don't want to be I don't want them to see me as a mafia, dude. I'm only a business partner in name.
Hey, I'm Tony Ombra. I'm part of the...
It's just like, hey, I am part of the mafia. I would love to just go up to, okay, ID out of Japan, wear your blue suit. Yeah. My idea, we go up to some mafia dudes, right? And we'll just be like, hey, we're in the mafia too. And they're just like, what family are you? And I'll just be like, we're the business partners. And like, the more we elaborate, the more they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Have you ever watched Mickey Deuce? I can't say that I have, no.
Okay, so you know Gibby. So he plays this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his name is Nicky. Anyway, this kind of sounds like the plot of Nicky Deuce because, Nicky, his grandfather was in the mafia.
Okay.
And had a name for himself. So what does Nicky do? Because he's this uncool guy in this Italian neighborhood who just moved in, he develops a persona called Nicky Deuce.
Okay.
Goes around doing like kind of tough guy stuff, but is like, but it turns out that none of them were ever in the mafia.
Oh my. No, that's perfect. Man, I feel like I have so many like movie ideas in my head. They're not like ideas, but I wouldn't I don't have any fully developed ideas, but I'd love to just like make something, you know? Like this program has plagued me with a need to make something. I wouldn't say plagued, but you get the idea.
I get the idea. I do this podcast to satiate that just a little bit.
I just do this because it's fun.
Well, it is fun,
Exactly, yeah.
but it also satiates that need to make something in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I'm not bona fide voice actor yet, but I'm voice acting right now.
This is where we practice it.
Hear me out. In one episode, we need to do a very long radio play.
I wanted to make a business partners radio play.
Dude, that's genius.
Oh, so we can make the business partners in business partners, starring the business partners.
We are so fucking smart.
Man, like, Logan, you want in on this?
Whenever he's available.
He said around October, November.
Okay, that's good because I think I'm going. So my plan is I'm going to be going to Toronto in January, I think is the plan.
Okay.
Should I get in? But, you know, like that, I have some more time around here, so that's good. Yeah, and also, plus, he'll be in script writing, so, you know.
Yeah. We're going to do some stuff for him.
Man. Yeah, just get, like, you think to yourself, man, there's so much fucking shit I want to do, but you have so little time to do it, you know?
I'm never really worried about time. For me, it's the money.
Oh, yeah. Like, dude, I hate how much, you know, the world is just money.
Money. I love how we had two different takes. I went for Mr. Krabs, you went for the song.
I went for the OJs. I love the OJs.
I love the orange juices.
I love OJ. No, I don't. I feel like I remember seeing something, and it was just like, I think OJ Simpson like wrote a book, and it was just like how he didn't do it, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah. He released this book that says, "I did it."
Okay, but man, what a wild state of affairs. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that, but that's funny. You see, you know why it's funny? It's because his wife slept with a guy, and he killed both.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I was slow on the uptake there. That is fun.
And that is funny. Sometimes I'm so funny, and I don't even try to be funny. You know? Like, so what was that face? What was that face?
It was for the chair squeaking.
I mean, don't do that. Please don't do that. I hope that chair breaks. I hope the chair breaks and you fall like flat on your back, and I'm gonna laugh.
Human fall flat. No. I'm a funny guy.
We're funny guys. And that's why we have a podcast, because we're funny guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If only everyone was as funny as us.
Then no one would be funny.
It's deep, but also true. Well, everyone would be funny, but it would just sad.
Well, here's the thing, right? If everyone was as funny as us, think about this. All of the comedians in the world would get worse.
That is very much true, yeah. Like,
I mean, we'd enjoy it a lot.
Oh, yeah, totally. Like, if I was at a comedy show and someone just kept making I hardly know her jokes, I would just be like, attaboy, or
I want you to go to a club and do that.
Maybe I will. Like, that would do terrors for my crew. Well, no,
I have a new take on the joke. Hear me out. Listen to this.
okay.
Foyer, I hardly know way.
No. No. No way. I hardly know. No. No, that's not how it works.
Well, it's an ER.
But it's not the correct pronunciation. And well, that's the thing, is like, that's why
It would be fun to make fun of Americans. It's like, because they say foyer, you could go down there and say, foyer, I hardly know way.
yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, like that's the thing that kind of sucks, is that, like, in French, the joke doesn't work. And it's just like, but it's the English word we're talking about. I know it's based on the French word, but still. I think did we kind of just, like, steal that word?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We steal a lot of words from the French, like enterprise.
Yeah, that's true. Like English, it just steals a lot of words. Like kindergarten, for instance.
Yes.
Yeah. Kindergarten. Man, I do not have a good German accent.
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty decent. I mean, nine. Oh, sorry, that hits a little. Yeah, because I've been watching a lot of Critical Role recently, and their second campaign is called The Mighty Nine, and I'm just like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
You're motherfucker. God damn it. No. No. I like having a podcast. Don't do it. If you didn't get the last part, I started laughing before I could finish it. Führer, I hardly know. Don't need to repeat it.
It's like, I thought of this because it's kind of funny. With, have you heard about the Twitter rebranding?
It's my ex, so I've heard.
Yeah. So now I can be like, well, Twitter. Well, I barely know her.
And
that.
Hold on. Because unfortunately, one second. Don't go there. I didn't want my notification.
It's been more than 1 second.
I know.
What's barking? What's barking, man?
So here's the thing, right? Is if we go to our profile on Twitter, yes, we can scroll down a bit, and we can eventually find Twitter. I hardly know her.
I'm just quoting her Twitter. Wow. Man, I've officially run out of jokes. I'm no longer funny. I'm gonna die in a hole. I'm gonna be shot to death in the streets of St. Louis at age 33 by a man called Eric.
Well, you know what? It's been a pleasure doing business with you.